two. Okay, so welcome back to what is left of our lovely group. A quick little recap of the horror show that you have found yourself in. You awoke to find yourself in an administrative room with the best way to describe it would be time missing. Um, New scars, new body modifications. You're welcome for the wings,
Thank
Lelia.
you. I'm so excited. They've
Uh,
already come in handy.
Hey, you could always end up like a hunchback in Notre Dame.
yeah.
Very true.
Uh, when you left the administrative room, you noticed that Aeon was still in reboot mode and heavily damaged, so he didn't join you on your escapades. The only other thing of note that you noticed was an extra cot with a violin and a set of very well maintained daggers was also there that none of you remember, alongside a pack by the cot with the letter E stitched onto it. Um, as you made your way down to the main concourse, you found carvings in the wall of "Don't forget me," uh, and similar phrasing all the way along and onto the door until you were face to face with what only half of you kind of remember from the fight. um,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have in my notes. Tried to make friend, not friendly.
Faced with the voices of past friends, family, and lovers. What's up, Sir Andy?
Oh God, it sounds like horrible things are happening.
Huh?
Yeah, no, nothing fun is going on right now, man.
Oh man, that's a shame.
Oh, you're
Just
making
gonna
a
sip my
birthday cake
lemonade.
for your child's birthday?
I
You
like to
can't
think that
find
Laugh is
cake.
just like somehow
Okay.
dreaming about all this and seeing it as a vision.
It's like, oh God, I'm sure it's not that bad. I'm sure they're having a good
Yeah.
time. They're fine. It's completely impractical. Why would
Why would they suddenly find themselves in a survival horror game?
yeah.
Um,
No more Coke before bed. Or Coca-Cola.
you're all out. Okay.
Hey, you all get Coke?
So don't worry
I
about
gotta
the
go with
cake.
that.
It'll be fine without it. Yaya's getting on up there. She's getting old and decrepit, so you don't want to make it too hard for her to open her present. Yeah, see? And that'll make it easier for her to open and see. So I think that's perfect. Okay, good job. You're very sweet. Okay, let's see. Y'all were faced with the voices of past friends, family, lovers, um, and after defeating said beastie and realizing that after fighting it you had lost even more time while fighting it, you discovered an audio log uh, kind of detailing its creation, and you realize that not everything in Silver Facility is as it seems. As if the somewhat chaotic AI wasn't enough for you.
Great.
But wait, there's more.
But wait.
There was more. When questioned, it seemed like the AI were missing time logs and timestamps, as if something has been corrupting or messing with the logs around the facility.
Yep. Some scientist was looking up porn on the main computer.
And virus.
Well, I mean, Tennessee started blocking all the safe sites, so we had to start going sketchier and sketchier.
You go all the way to frickin' Turum to get.
Oh no, the good stuff.
Time to make my own.
So, what we will do is we
Scream
will
and pray.
actually, well, y'all will be screaming and praying by the end of it.
Yay.
We will actually start off with Aeon 3.
Ooh,
Hi.
I need to get Aeon's Hero Forge at some point to add to my collection.
You think I have one of those?
Speak or be spoken for. I will make something silly if you don't.
I'm okay with silly.
To my knowledge, just go wild with your knowledge of Silver Facility, Bio Arcane, and Clockwork Sorcerer.
I was gonna say, if you end up doing like an AI art thing for it, shoot it to me at some point, and I can try monkeying around with it.
So I attempted to do that, but with what he is and how I imagined him to look, it is extremely hard to get AI to do something even remotely close.
I feel you. I tried that with Bud, and it kept bringing me Alien vs. Predator images.
Because I think I was literally sitting in Justin's living room for like a good hour, and I couldn't get a good thing.
Yeah, some of those are tricky to get to
Yeah.
actually what you want.
Especially if it's not like human.
You wouldn't believe
Yeah.
how long it took me to try to get anything resembling red skin for Xanon.
Yeah, I figured that would be an issue, unfortunately.
I
Can
had to
imagine.
basically just theme it 80s rave pop and hope the lighting worked.
I mean, in the end, you got a decent image.
Yeah. At least something I was happy with.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, Aeon, you awake, and you see your core and your armor has slowly been shifting and melding and stitching back together in your reboot mode. But you can still log where that damage has been. But you have no recollection of said encounters that could have caused it. The only other person you notice in the room is Ofana is still unconscious on a cot.
Gotcha. Well, I reckon should probably start taking a look around. If Afana's the only one in the room, should probably take a step outside and start looking for people.
Yeah, so are you going to search around the administrative room, or are you going straight out looking for the others?
I'll search around for a second.
Okay, so upon general inspection, you find the same results as everybody else did. That extra cot that doesn't belong, a very well maintained violin, and in a black lacquered case, and a set of twin daggers that look like they have recently been sharpened. Now, if you want to search for anything in specific, say files, video logs, stuff like that, you can do that. But upon just a standard cursory inspection, that would be what you found, is just
Gotcha.
the number not matching what you would assume it was supposed to match.
Gotcha. Probably wouldn't dig like too much further. Probably would be like, okay, so this is definitely wrong. Where the hell are the other people? And would definitely start looking.
Okay. So, as you go out, you can see you're in one of the side administrative rooms back up on the top floor. Before this, last thing in your memory was you were on the tour. You had gotten as far as the biogenesis lab, but you don't remember completing the tour. Main hallway, of course, you going down the left side, you see it goes back into the security area and towards that security sealed way out of the mountain and the hangar bay and all of that. And to the right goes deeper down towards the main concourse, and something catches your eye. You notice
Yes.
a red door about 50 feet down the hallway.
Sounds like a lovely time.
And just for giggles, give me a perception check.
Perception?
Oui, monsieur.
Give me un momento. Flat 10.
Okay. I just need that for later, so I figured I'd go ahead and get it out of the way.
Gotcha. You definitely just concerned the absolute hell out of me.
Don't worry, if you rode low, you'll never notice.
Only other thing I'll tell you is you don't recall seeing that red door on the tour. But obviously, you are free to do whatever you will in your hunt for the rest of the group.
I mean, suspicious red door. What's not to love, right?
Right?
Do it.
So,
Do.
are you going to check out the door?
Yeah. Let's check out the rather suspicious red door that appeared out of nowhere.
You can
So,
play the opening to the Nightmare Room.
as you get closer, you see the faded lettering on it stating Observation Room P-03. And you notice the handle is slick with something wet.
Ew.
And the door's
Who
already
peed on the door?
The door's already open.
Oh.
And inside is a single chair in the center of the room, facing a wall of monitors. And most of them are staticked out, but every now and then a image will appear very briefly, including one that catches your eye of you and Ofana standing together on a battlefield that neither of you recognizes. Partly because you're not sure if it's a trick of your mind or just because it's a grainy, old recording that looks almost damaged before it flickers out of existence and goes back to static.
Ooh.
And I need to know, are you in the room or are you still at the door frame?
Let's walk in. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, why would you say
Famous last words.
So as you're looking around, you see these kind of, some will flicker to black, some will go just a full blue screen. And the next frame you see is that one of the battlefield appears again. You're nowhere in sight. It's Ofana alone.
Ooh.
And it flickers again on the next frame. And Ofana is impaled by an unseen force, lifting into the air. And right before the image stabilizes, it cuts to black. And you hear over the speakers, "You were never meant to see that." And you hear a click as the door locks behind you. And all the monitors come to life as you see hundreds, if not thousands, of images of you in some way, shape, or form. Variation upon variation, iteration upon iteration. Some dead, some standing in places you don't recall, some staring directly back at you through the camera. And then the entire room goes black. The power cuts to everything. And you hear the door unclick behind you.
Well, shit. Let's
Well,
Go deeper.
deeper where? There's no other exit except the way I came.
That's the way they want you to go out. Scratch through the walls.
Really, they want you to look at the
You know what? He's right. You know what? Josh is right. Let's cast the highest level fireball I can imagine. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, so I'm just
Hold on.
Give me the devil on your shoulder.
Hold on. One sec.
wouldn't work.
It's my new character, Devil on the Shoulder.
I wasn't thinking of whether or not Project Aeon stocked ABC fire extinguishers, but now I'm having to consider that as a thought, so thank you for that.
See, this is why you playtest stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I sure am picking up trash.
It's got like a tagline on the fire extinguishers that say they didn't ask how big the room was.
In case of emergency, throw it fire.
No trash in here. Nope.
Fight fire with
Trash
fireball.
here.
Instead of
There's
actual
one.
like fire extinguishers, they just have like the little grenades that you throw at the fire, and it just boof.
Oh, those are always cool though.
Agreed.
Until you swap them out with the grease fire ones.
Okay,
Whatever.
sorry, my roommate needed to ask me something.
You get
Where
Yeah,
were
are you
we?
insane? You going? You went? You went into the scary room?
Okay, so I reckon let's head back out the door. That seems like the only option.
Okay. So, are you going to head down towards the elevator and the main concourse, or are you going to check out the security area and the hangar?
Let's go check out the hangar.
Okay. So, as you go over there, you find all of the party's furry friends looking a little frazzled. Um, you see, like, the koala and Elder and I can't remember his name, so I'm going to call him Sir Pony Prissy Pants, the Nightmare.
he doesn't have a name yet.
Yeah, until you give me a name, I'm
I've
going
been
to randomly call him Equine Slur. So,
I've been spitballing, but I haven't settled on anything yet.
but they all look very on edge. They're bundled up together. You know, Josh, that is a good question that I have not thought about yet. So thank you for reminding me of that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No! Oh, Josh!
What have you
You're not even
done?
here,
Josh.
man.
You gotta wait for us to make the mistakes, man.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dang it!
He might not have yet. He might be saving it for
Well,
something even crazier outside of the dungeon.
know how
Dang
long
it.
it's been, so it could have had it could
You
or
didn't
be
tell him about
about
my
to have
usual.
Or worse, it could have been genetically modified.
No.
Oh no! Cyber Remoraz.
Yes, I can
Shut
tell
up.
you.
Stop giving him ideas. He's writing this down.
Write that down, write that down.
Don't put me in front of reporters.
So, you mean we're not gonna end up fighting the same enemy 5 times as it gets more and more cybernetic and with guns?
I mean,
No,
That
I'm
could
just
also
going
be
to
it.
mentally break your mind and crush your spirit.
Yep, it's gonna be like descending into the lava pit after it's finally defeated, and it's gonna say, "Mama."
You're like, child?
No,
My son.
I don't like this.
Kelly, no, we don't eat things like that.
Jackson tried to eat a wipe that he had in his hand today. That was pretty funny. It's just like
Callie tried to eat a necklace straight off of Sydney's neck.
ah,
Like
yeah.
literally ripped the charm off and had it in her mouth.
That checks out.
Is that not what they're for?
Right?
It's shiny. It goes in belly, right?
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 Like, could you friggin' not? Like, that would be great. Thanks.
You're no fun, Dad.
I mean, she about choked herself on a puff the other day, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a rite of passage.
Alright?
Yep.
It
You gotta
could
find out your ability scores early.
That's
It
how they
could-
learn.
It could be worse. My brother Lucas, when he was like 8, nearly choked on Jello at the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, did he do that thing where he tried to inhale it?
He accidentally inhaled like the whole cube and it just got stuck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
Why do I oddly remember a conversation about that?
Yeah, lime green cube.
Yeah, why do I remember? What the fuck? I was like 5. Why did I remember that?
Because I never let Elsie live it down.
You know, that's
Traumatic
fair.
gelatinous cube story.
Never trust a clean dungeon. That means there's a gelatinous cube around.
Ah, the dungeon Roomba.
Not the dungeon Roomba.
But,
Oh no, who gave it a knife?
Just duct tape to the top of it.
And you.
I love the Claymore Roomba.
But yeah, the only thing you find over in the hangar are some very frazzled familiars or steeds. No sign of a Remoraz egg or the energy mimic that y'all
Not the
acquired,
legally distinct Voltorb.
Yeah, legally distinct Voltorb. The Voltosphere.
Thank you. I couldn't remember what it's actually called. I just remembered legally
right.
distinct Voltorb.
The so-called Volt.
Man, that would be a good time to have speak with animals, but dang, I don't have it.
So yeah, they're looking a little concerned, but otherwise look well fed and taken care of. And you hear a voice next to you. Don't worry, Director. Per instructions, we have ensured that all animals within the facility have been taken care of and maintained their optimal health regimens.
So, do you want to explain what happened, or
They recently started showing signs of distress as of a few minutes ago. The only comparisons we can correlate to are some animals who show separation anxiety exhibit similar behavior. But before this, they were perfectly fine.
so? I more so meant about the other people, because I noticed there were like 5-ish, and I only have seen the one now.
Oh, yes, the rest of your guests. They're down at the main concourse, last my records show.
Gotcha. Well, I got a location now. Might as well, make my way over there so I can actually meet up with them.
We'll probably be glad for the backup.
So, you make your way down the elevator and outside the doors to the main concourse, you notice "Don't forget" carved into the door, and "Remember me" carved into the side of a wall, signed with the letter E.
E.
And it's itching something in
Wait.
your brain, but you can't quite place it. It's like having a word on the tip of your tongue before it's gone.
I think I know.
I bet you $50 you do not know, but I will gladly let you make a guess.
I got a slight suspicion that wouldn't happen to stand for Eon, would it?
No.
Oh, damn it. I thought it was big braining for a second. Okay.
No, honestly, I have done absolutely nothing with the Eon angle.
Oh, not yet.
I forgot Eon existed.
Oh, no, we keep reminding him of stuff now.
No. What? Guys,
Y'all don't even know what that is. I'm the only one
everybody
who
shut
knows.
up.
To be honest, I kind of just threw the Eon idea in the trash when I was going through this.
That's fair.
May come back later, but not something that is canonical as of this moment.
I didn't expect it to. I expected it to be a much later down the road problem.
No, another timeline, another memory, another cycle.
Oh dear.
I have like two thoughts on E, but I also haven't paid it. I haven't been here for the past few sessions, so there could be a million characters I don't even know about.
And you know, none of us are taking notes, so we're just up shit creek at this point.
If you kill enough of them, there's less names to remember.
I mean,
No, that would
at
amplify
the
what I
very
just said.
least, Aeon hasn't met anybody with E yet, so he's probably just gonna go E, weird, and then keep moving.
Okay. So you come in, and you see the rest of the group gathered around a table, hearing just the last bits of a recording play out over the air. You hear Oh God, no, please, and a loud thwack, and then static, and then you forgot me.
Well then. That's certainly something to wake up to, huh? Kind of addressing the whole party that is standing there, at least.
And y'all are now aware of Aeon 3 standing in the, or has shown up, and is active again.
Oh. Hey.
Look who's up and about. How you feeling?
Concerned, more than anything. Do any of y'all know what? Because I sure as hell don't.
Yeah, we're not any closer to figuring it out either. Although, I guess kind of closer. I don't know. That's what we're trying to do.
All I know is he has wings, and I think I slept on something wrong, because something feels weird with my back. Otherwise, it wasn't a bad nap.
And it's now that the wings that have been mentioned, Aeon's gonna like glance and be like, "Oh wait, holy shit! Yeah, wait, you didn't have wings before." And then he's gonna look at the rest of the group and be like, "Wait a second, you're all a little different."
Oh, thanks for noticing. It's a new shampoo.
Wasn't expecting the new shampoo comment. Not gonna lie, that caught me off guard.
It's especially good since I have my hood up. You noticed? Wow.
This thing is stinky as heck. You can't smell anything past that.
Oh god, I'm picturing just little spider hairs now.
Oh no.
Oh, don't worry. It's mostly all over my back and head.
Oh well.
Oh god, not all over the back.
Well,
You're like those, like,
technically on the hands and feet. You saw Spider-Man, but don't worry about that. Don't think about it.
now I'm thinking about it. Oh god, I can't stop.
Well, just know if you hand me something, I probably won't drop it.
That's useful.
Yeah. Ain't no Butterfingers here.
That also means if I'm not paying attention, I might not let go of something I should have.
Yeah, we have all been messed with in our sleep. It's been, we don't know how long. And there are fucked up memory monsters.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, yeah, you didn't know about those? Yeah, there are these, like, I guess they used to be people. And basically, if you, they will actually try to make you forget that you see them. So if you look at them, you might forget that they're there at all, and then you can't see them anymore, even though they're still right there.
You are not real. What a weird thing to advertise.
Real quick, why am I getting True Lab vibes for Undertale?
Yeah. Oh god.
Not gonna lie, he's been
The amalgamations
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's very much so the silence.
Definitely got the. Whoa.
Yeah.
Nobody came.
So we don't know what's going on with that. We don't know if that has to do with why we can't remember what happened to us, or if it's just a quinkydink. We didn't get very far yet.
I see. Well, allow me to share some knowledge. Well, not knowledge, more so experience. So when I woke up, I found a red door that wasn't there before. And when I went in, I saw what looked like an observation room. And on the monitors, it was like flickering through images, but I kept seeing for just a little bit what looks like me and Ofana standing, and then the image flickered, and then suddenly it looked like Ofana had been impaled, but I couldn't see what had done it.
Well,
And then I heard a voice that said, "You weren't supposed to see that." The door locked for a second, and I started seeing images of myself, but they were all different. Some dead, alive, some staring back at the screens. It wasn't pleasant. I'll say that.
You saw the time knife.
The what?
So I couldn't resist. I know Bud wouldn't know what a time knife is.
Jesus Christ, I was not expecting. Oh.
This is apparently Bud's favorite terrain.
Is this a reference I don't understand?
I think so. And I'm also not understanding. That's okay.
It's from the
Okay.
good place. You're basically doing stuff over and over again in a big loop. And there's a point that's just the time knife. When you see everything happening at once, but nothing at all.
God, it's been forever since we've even seen. I don't think we ever finished that show.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
He's a good one.
It is a good one. Oh,
Freaking love Janet.
not Janet. Is this going
But
to
yeah,
be the files? Or is this going
as
to be
for the
another
table, Bud knows nothing what's going on. Though he is curious if you know anything about E. Because he's been seeing a lot of E's.
I don't know any E's. I'm just as curious as you are. I was actually kind of hoping y'all might be able to give some insight.
Hey Justin, what was the name of the person who left that audio file?
That was Marin Vask, I believe. Is what I
Yeah.
named her.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dr. Marin Vaskrid.
Okay.
It's still in the notes here, the table one.
Oh, cool. Just making sure it wasn't like an E name. So that would explain it.
Honestly, the only E I can think of is, I think that's the name of that student we met in the Lizard Folk village.
Mm.
But I can't fully remember her name, so I could just be imagining things.
Hmm. Oh, gosh.
Oh yeah, there was a terminal. Maybe we could find some answers in that.
Yes, I think that's what we were headed towards.
Yeah.
So, y'all were debating whether or not to check out a terminal or head straight to the Chrono archive with the books where Bloodsport is researching, or there are other avenues possible. Did Zach ever mention the little tidbit that Ball noticed in the Necrotic Sanctum?
If he did, I don't remember.
About a particular last name on one of the morgue
Yes.
bodies?
Yes, he did mention it. Oh shit.
So
So if they Asher, yeah,
that's also a possibility, or you could beeline straight for the biogenesis lab to try to demand answers from Soma, or try to beat down the door to the weapons testing lab that says "Do not enter." Uh, The world's your oyster as long as you're in this horror-filled mountain.
Awesome.
And I still want to go figure out what's in the experimental lab, but now it says do not enter. But when before it's just being guarded by guns. So I really want to talk to one of the holograms before I go poke around in there.
It said do not enter before, but
Hmm.
Oh, it did?
yeah.
Okay. Good, so Bud didn't look entirely crazy going towards it. But I will say, from Bud's point of view, he definitely wants to try out the terminal because the last time we explored, we got attacked by something I'm pretty sure Balls never saw to the end.
I think that Lelia would want to figure out why in the world do we have wings? Why do I have wings? So I think I would want to keep heading towards that terminal. Or whatever information we can find.
I'm just saying, you can let the monk take a crack at hacking. Yeah, he's never seen a computer in his life, but I bet he can get into the mainframe.
Okay, Usagi.
Well, I only roll good when it's stuff that's not usually relevant.
Right?
Then I get in a fight and I can't land a hit.
That's what I vote we go do. But we can do whatever. I'm totally down for whatever. Not like we just saw a memory monster and almost died or anything. Speaking of, how is everybody looking? Is everybody doing good health-wise?
I'm full health.
Cool.
I'm close to full. I actually didn't take all that much damage after I healed up.
Okay. Zach, what about you?
I'm good.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're all good before we keep moving.
Okay. So, where's y'all's decision?
Bud votes that the computer guy, Alon, tries to hack into the system. Because he's a director, he might know how to actually find stuff.
Monica did let you know y'all all have director access or director level access at this point. I believe I listed as Omega level access.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we just need to get to the terminal.
Yeah, y'all have. I won't say total access, but y'all have probably about 95% access to any files you were looking into.
Is there a terminal in the room, or do we need to go find one?
There is one in the room. So I just need some specifics on what exactly you are looking for so I can pull up the relevant files.
Alright, I know Bud's gonna type in new gas, new experiments, wings, ?
So
Treating it like Google shorts.
So you're specifically like looking for details on new experiments regarding wings. You're trying to hunt down what happened to Lelia, right?
Yep, I'm hoping by finding whole fires we can find the rest of ours. And she has a very obvious thing of what happened to her. As far as we know, it's obvious.
Okay.
I mean, they're big old honking wings, yeah.
I'm still waiting for them to turn out to be parasites on your back.
Please don't give him ideas.
Oh
I
no.
really shouldn't have said anything. I need to stop mentioning TV shows.
Bud doesn't know Lelia's last name, right?
Nope. As far as he knows, he only knows everyone's false.
Okay.
I was just thinking, it's like, plot twist, Bud's last name is Von Zarevich.
Oh God.
Big a plot twist. He doesn't have one.
Aw.
Let's see. That is a physical file. That's a physical. That's not what I need. So you're able to find some files, but or at least the location of some files. But they seem to be locked. It's set where you can only access it from certain terminals, but you are able to glean that it is from the way like the pathing is, that it's in Project Phoenix alterations iteration 4, but you can't get into the actual schematics of it from this particular terminal.
Does it tell us where we can access it from? Like where it's being locked from? Or who it's locked by, maybe?
It's more of a networking thing. It's like set to be accessed only on terminals in a certain subset of the network. Tell you what, make me a general intelligence check.
Oh yes, not one of my good stats. Love that. Okay, hang on. So I do have another random question. Well, actually, I can mention it after this. It was going to be the next thing I saw. Okay, 16. Oh, never mind. That's a 0. 15.
Okay, so you're able to kind of just logic it out that this is seeming like genetic alteration stuff, so it would most likely be only accessible on a terminal in the lab network, as opposed to just on any floor.
Okay.
And a friendly reminder to everybody, y'all can call up the AIs anytime you do have questions, so they can assist as well. Otherwise, I'll probably just use them for snarky commentary.
The best commentary.
Yeah.
Alright. Bud's going to try to look up surveillance photos from the last few days, where he turns around and tells everybody what he's found so far. About how they seem to be messing with all genetics, and something about a Project Phoenix, but he can't figure out if it's the board or the theater. So
The hell's a gene?
Oh
So-
dear.
You're able to rather easily pull up surveillance logs. How far back are you looking?
how long were we out again? I guess for the last week, maybe.
So
I think we've been out for a few days. That should catch us before we came in. I think.
So you're able to find, even as early as yesterday, several of you splitting off into groups, scouting out, doing stuff like that. You hear a quick little voice in your ear. Is there anything I can assist with?
I'm gonna jump and be like, "Oh, ghost from the past. Hello."
It seems that you're making several inquiries. I was wondering if I might be of assistance. And it's just Monica in her hologram form.
Oh, good to see you again, Monica. We're just trying to see what happened the last few days while we were taking our nap, or comatose, or whatever that really was.
As
Do you
far
know
as,
any?
according to my security logs, you made several scouting trips, had a light lunch of Salisbury steak, and well, I won't mention what happened in the bathrooms.
You watched us in the bathroom.
In order to preserve security, we have surveillance over the majority of the facility.
Did we happen to talk to you about what we were scouting for? Because we don't seem to remember much.
You seemed to not give it a name, but you continually were repeating, "We have to find it again, we have to find it again. It will be different this time."
Oh, shit.
It's
We'll look back at the group and go, ominous.
Why don't we remember? We must have met with those creatures again. We just don't remember it.
Sometimes reanimation protocols can come with complications.
Reanimation. So we've died here at least once.
It's hard to say. Several of my security feeds on the lower levels have been damaged or corrupted, but I am aware that there have been times where you've gone into lower levels and reincarnation protocols have activated, and you seem to have come back a little different.
When did the wings happen?
Let's see, that would have been checking my feeds. The earliest instance I can see of the wings was about 2 months ago.
not.
Months?
Months.
Well, there goes my couple weeks idea out the window.
Oh no. How long have we been here?
Is it even still snowing?
Unfortunately, I have not been able to undo the lock on the door. Something is overriding even directorial access to the locks. Your entrance was approximately 6 months ago.
Come on.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. It's been
Oh,
half a year.
Hey guys, that means the blizzard has to be over by now, right?
Oh, Strawlin is gonna have your spine broken in half, Zachary.
He probably thinks you're dead, to be honest.
You probably
Oh
have paid vacation days by this point.
I mean, yeah, facts. He probably thinks he's dead already.
I don't know. I would assume with the kind of bond that they have that he would be able to tell if he died. But then we're
Well,
not fucking
technically, we
looking.
have
By
died
the
a few times
way,
already.
yes, I did have to map out the consequences of what was going on in the outside world while y'all were in here.
It's probably nothing good.
Oh crap, we probably lost the lizard folk. They were supposed to meet us somewhere later on.
Y'all shipped
What are they
the
gonna do?
lizard folk off to the Hobgoblin Legion and then didn't show for the battle.
Yep,
Oh no.
I was worried
Maybe,
about that.
So
maybe there's a
dead.
time machine in here somewhere, though.
We're so dead.
A hot tub time machine.
Or you could like hop through the Feywild and come back in the
on
past
the
somehow.
thought of if we go back and do it again, we can get it right this time. It sounds like we've done this little.
I'm just
Can
saying, I don't like the fact that all the answers, even on the Tomos, are down on the lower floors where there's no cameras and we keep coming out in pieces.
is that where the command to lock everything down has come from? Is it down in the lower levels?
That's where the labs were.
Can you tell? And I'm asking this to Monica.
I'm unsure. Anytime that I try to delve into the command files, it seems like I have lost time.
Oh well.
You.
You can lose time too? Huh.
I didn't think that it was possible, but I've been currently investigating the anomalies. So far, my results have been inconclusive at best. And you see her shift and that grayish form appear. But I'm getting better. And then it swaps back to the regular pinkish version.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, so the glitzers are getting worse. That's always a good sign.
The AI is becoming less AI.
Yeah, that's kind of a good thing. As long as they don't have a Skynet.
Well, isn't this Skynet? I mean, I'm just gonna say it.
I mean,
Valid.
if it's any consolation, I haven't watched Terminator recently.
Recently.
Dun dun dun.
Don't. Okay, shit. Well, it seems like we're gonna have to figure out where these commands are coming from and stop them and then book it the fuck out of here.
Well, it says all the information's being locked down in the lab network. And I know the labs are in the lower levels.
So, not all of the files are locked down. The ones you specifically were looking for with that particular search were locked to the lab network. Above table, the reason why is because Soma doesn't like anyone fucking with her shit, and she's the AI that handles the biogenesis lab. So she keeps everything basically on her local network.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So since it was related to DNA modifications and biogenesis lab related stuff, she's basically got that locked down as a fuck you to the rest of the AI and anything else in the facility.
Okay.
Not very nice. Some of us are curious.
Well, I mean, Soma was very interested in your DNA, so
True.
Still don't like that.
So we can call on any of the AI at any point in time.
you can call on Helix and on Monica.
Mm-hmm.
You could attempt to call Soma, but you would need a charisma roll to get her to come. You can certainly try, though.
Hmm.
Okay.
You know, there's a joke to be made there.
So just based off of the information that our characters currently have, or that we currently have, this is me speaking in character. Something has wiped all of our minds multiple times at this point. Whether that's the regeneration process or if it's these creatures that we keep finding. Something's blocked all the information. Somebody from the inside that has access to be able to do that. So Monica, who would have that kind of access? That you know of.
Let me do a little digging in the files and see what I can find.
Okay.
Roll me a luck check.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to ask the right questions.
You're in the ballpark.
Okay.
Like,
Without being metagamey.
yeah, like you're right there.
My brain be churning. See, a luck check?
Yeah. I just need
Which is
general D20 for how lucky
okay.
you are on Monica digging through file upon file upon file to.
I got an 8. Not very lucky at all. Which tracks?
Okay. So she's pulling it up. And see, she seems to be going through various logs, security footage. You notice security footage of yourselves, except there seems to be a blonde woman with you, carrying a violin and twin daggers. But it hurts your brain to see that footage before it gets swiped away and replaced with more files as she's basically just flipping through.
Do we remember that we saw the blonde figure at all, or is it just while we saw
You-
her we remembered?
You kind of do, but it's the equivalent of. Do you remember the quadratic formula from high school?
Got you.
It's
Lord.
like you know it's there somewhere in your brain,
But you can't for
but
the.
you can't. The specific details elude you.
Hey, Monica, we just saw a blonde person there. I don't remember her being a part of our party before. Do you know anything about her? We just saw her a second ago on one of your feeds.
Let me see. And you see, as she goes to swipe it back, the feed just shows y'all and no blonde woman.
Oh, so we're getting gaslit is what's happening. Got you.
Did you see that blonde woman, Monica? Or
Hashtag gaslight girl boss. I'm not sure what you mean. This just shows a video of the group as it's always been, to my knowledge.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
I don't trust you.
I was about to call a second opinion.
Yeah. At the very least, insight check. 13?
She seems like she's being legit.
Or as legit as a robot can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monica, I hope you don't mind. It's nothing offensive about. We just need to confirm everything. Hey, Helix, do you happen to remember a blonde woman who was here?
Oh, yeah, the talky one. Yeah, you're much better off without her. She was, always causing property damage.
What happened to her?
I mean, there's always a chance of failure in experiments, so I'm assuming might as well write it down as workplace accident.
Oh.
So she's not just a ghost in the system, then. Yes? I don't know what to make of all this information, guys.
And you see Monica's gone back to like searching for files to help you. She's like, no, not that one, not that one. You see her go, ooh, this might be, and you hear the doors, like towards the elevator, not to the first floor, but down to the third floor, slam open, and a figure runs in. And give me one moment, and I will post that.
Shoot.
Ah, Dickens.
Bum bum bum.
My brain hurts from all this information.
That's what's happening to me. Because
6
like, there's a
months.
woman who is or isn't there that we all vaguely remember, but no one really knows.
Oh, wait. 6 months? Poor Yop!
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Poor Yop.
Totally fine.
So-
Totally. I've just been on a beach this whole time, sipping Mai
Garland is
Tais.
gonna have our total ass handed to us here in like 5 minutes.
Sure, by
I'm
this point,
surprised
Yap's
he's
level
not
20.
busted this place open.
So
Yeah, Yop's turned into a war general.
I don't know how I got here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Turns out he's the only one who showed up for the battle.
They said they'd be here, guys. If we could just hold off the battle for like 5 more minutes, I'm sure they'll come over the hill.
I swear they promised that they'd be here.
Gandalf said he'd be here at dawn.
So this woman with silver blonde hair, tank top and jeans, fingerless gloves, runs in.
Double E.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like what the AI gave her, I'm not going to take away from her.
Aren't you nice?
You just enjoy the perks.
That's what
Genetic
Mama
enhancement. That's all I'm saying.
And just runs right up. Oh, thank goodness I found you. This place has been shifting around. I thought I would never catch back up.
Do we
Bud's
know
gonna
you?
Boom.
reach over and poke her arm just to make sure she's not a hologram.
Just punch her out.
There's been a lot of
So-
holograms.
so-
I don't remember.
Wait,
No
so,
living
so
person.
you're going to straight up try to poke her?
Yeah,
Even
just
though you
hit-
saw her knock the doors open?
Oh, I just thought they slammed open. I didn't realize she knocked them open.
You
I thought it was automatic.
You saw, like... Make me a perception.
don't trust anything in here.
Maybe
Poker.
you didn't see it.
Oh, good. I rolled better than I thought. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so
Pooper snoot.
you saw her, like, slam these doors open.
Is it bad? A part of me still want to do it just to be safe.
I mean,
Trust nothing.
I mean, I'm
don't-
just giving you the information, that way you can make
an
an
educated.
informed decision.
I found a good way around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Bud's gonna walk and be like, "Hey there. I don't remember you entirely. My name's Bud," and stick out his hand to Seikos, going, "What's yours?"
Starts beating sweat.
You see her put her hands on her hips. It's like, Bud, you don't remember me. It's Anne.
And to be fair, I think I just woke up from a coma, so I don't remember a lot of things.
Well, I mean, we were just together a little while ago, but I know how time can be weird around here, so.
Wait, how long ago did you see us?
I mean, I took a nap, and when I woke up, you were gone, so.
Aww.
You might want to check your time then, because that could have been a few weeks or months ago. We just found out we've been in here for like half a year, and I thought it was just a week.
Speaking of which, do any of your characters carry watches or of any sort, or any timekeeping device?
I think this is the one character I didn't run Haunted one on and carry a broken pocket watch.
To be fair, if he had anything, it would be a sundial, and I don't know how
No.
well that would work in
I
here.
think so.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, I don't have anything.
No,
Yeah, I've had a
no-
Rolex, but
no cell phone, no watch, no pocket watch.
Nope,
No.
nothing.
no.
What's a cell
Yes.
phone?
Oh, this is
so
body.
the world this is set in is basically modern tech minus firearms. Mainly because I don't like dealing with firearms in D&D.
Fair, I was making a joke where he was a monk. He definitely didn't have a cell phone.
Fair-
Yep, definitely
fair.
has no idea what his cell phone is.
I'm just covering my bases because they've got a bad habit of forgetting that there's modernish tech until I happen to be like, oh, Penelope's face is on a news like announcement right now.
Yeah.
There. Hey, I'm fine with that. Spiral plus technology could only spawn good things.
Hmm.
Well,
But
Anne, what do you remember that's been going on? Because we seem to be having some spotty memory, including the AI.
well, considering the age of the place, I'm not surprised. Bloodsport's been waiting for us in the library.
Bloodsport, I miss him. I hope he's been doing good.
I mean, you know how pissy he gets when he's left waiting, so we should probably get moving.
Guess we were
Um.
just heading there.
And you see her like start to run off back the way she came.
It's
Oh,
awfully pushy.
hold up, Anne. If you run off, we might not be able to find you again.
Before we go, Monica, is there surveillance footage of us with this woman that you can find?
Good question.
Uh,
Oh god, he's crazy.
is that a no?
I'm thinking of how to. The gray form of Monica appears and looks very agitated. All these requests for files and security logs, and now my security cams are all shot, and I'm going to have to spend goodness knows how long trying to recover everything.
Oh. Oh.
Buzz just going to be like, it's okay, Monica. It's okay. Just one step at a time. We've all been having a weird day.
Well, somehow when it comes to all of you, all my files keep getting corrupted.
Oh God.
And
Well, it's
you
not our fault.
and you see it shift back to the other Monica. I'm sorry. Did you request something of me?
Split personality. I don't know.
No. I think you're good. You can take a break real quick, Monica.
Nan pipes up. You know, I think that Monica might need a rest.
Oh. Yeah. That's fine. It's not like we're in danger or anything.
Well, we
Oh,
can
okay.
always still ask Helix. Give Monica a bit of a break.
That's true. She's just the first one that comes to my brain because I remember her name easier.
That's fair.
Yeah, don't worry. I always forget Soma. He mentions her again. I go, oh yeah, there was a third one who's been a hermit somewhere.
Yeah, just a hermit.
Wink, wink.
And Helix is just not responding when you call.
Oh,
No. So he's just the peanut gallery today.
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to trust that this random lady is not going to immediately murder us. I suppose let's go.
Bold choice. I like it.
I guess we have nothing better to do.
I mean, it's not like at least we get resurrected again if we die, guys.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah.
We'll
It's like the game's all over again.
Well, at least they bring our
Still.
stuff back. I saw a violin in there.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's start writing down on a piece of paper. Does anybody have a piece of paper? Like physical pen paper. Can we find some?
Nope, but I do have a bunch of wood and a knife we could probably carve stuff into. I just don't know if that would be very effective.
I just think we should start keeping a physical record of things that happen on each cycle. That way, if we end up dying and resurrecting, we'll still have on our person a recount of what happened last time. I think that's where we've been getting messed up is we keep forgetting what happened last time and doing the same thing over and over again.
That have a momentous
Yes,
trip. We're gonna have to
a
start
mind's a
tattooing.
terrible thing to waste. Just careful not to trip yourself up all over your own trail.
And who said that?
And
Okay.
I should probably give you all the spelling of her name.
But yeah. I guess if she knows Bloodsport, she's probably at least semi-trustworthy.
Bloodsport hasn't let me down yet. He's been a good friend. This reminds me, we might need to find something to feed his hornets when we come up. I haven't seen a lot of food in here. I hope they're eating well.
Maybe they're eating our leftover bodies that get left. They do eat meat.
Yes, I know it's a weird spelling. Do I have a reason? Maybe. You'll find out later.
Oh. Is it an acronym?
No.
Are you lying?
A eternal network erasure. That's all that's coming to mind.
I don't trust like this. Okay, fine. Monica, have a break. We'll figure things out later. Just go rest.
If you need to talk to us, you'll probably know where to find us. Or just yell loudly.
Just hear sirens start going off.
Oh, shoot. Someone answer the phone, quick.
Why is the wallpaper peeling upwards?
Oh, cool. There's red jam coming from the walls.
Wait, they always did that.
But yeah, I think we should.
It was just like an M.
I definitely think we should head towards the library because it seems like all our answers are either going to be in the lab or the library.
Nice in
At
the
least-
library, we can maybe get Bloodsport with us, and that could help.
Oh yeah, knowing him, his mind's probably an iron trap. Nothing escapes it. He probably knows exactly what's going on if we can convince him to tell us.
So, as y'all all file into this elevator with Anne, and it rattles down, you feel a shudder. And you hear, do you ever feel like you've already been here? Like these walls, are they closing in on you yet? That's the fun part, you see. Because you are going in circles. But you'll figure it out eventually. Or you won't. That's the fun part. And it's all up to you now. And you see her flicker out of existence.
Wait, N flickered out?
Yeah.
It was an acronym.
I knew it! I knew it! That's why I had my hand out the whole time. I was hoping she would take. I knew something was up.
Damn it. Okay. Is the elevator still going the way it's supposed to?
Yeah. It slams very rougher than you're used to, but it does open on the next floor.
Okay.
Nothing like the siren call. Well, let's see what danger we swam into.
And as you file out of it, you don't notice it at first, but there's a subtle yet constant
Subtle yet constant.
Just that like dripping sound.
and I need everyone to make perception checks.
No.
Oh,
No.
another chance to roll a 1.
Let's do it.
I was kidding. I didn't need a 3. Okay, I rolled a
Okay.
3.
Uh, a
Hope you guys
10.
saw something.
15.
Fuck, guys.
19.
Anyone
Okay.
who made a 10 or higher notices in time with the noise, the walls are gently pulsing.
Did we just walk into Gelatinous Cube?
So that's where the meat room is. I was wondering what dinner was.
All the way down the hallway.
Well, I definitely didn't notice, so I'm gonna be like, guys, do you hear something?
What is that?
Why do the walls move each and every beat of This wasn't
Wait.
like this 6 months ago.
The walls are moving?
And I need everyone to make dex saves.
Shit.
Fuck.
Suck.
Hey, I'll take a dex save.
Yeah.
DC
Oh.
14.
Oh,
Ow.
oh no. Oh no.
That's
Dirty
an
21.
11.
It's gonna be bad.
Oh no. I nat one.
Oh no.
Please have mercy.
No
I'm just a
mercy
little boy.
here.
Oh, I'm just a robo bitch.
Bitch.
Without the
Okay.
robot-like reflexes.
So, what did you roll, Knight?
I. Oh. Night?
Are you playing Minecraft too hard? No, that was Pancake.
No, that was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bud, what was your dex save?
Oh, mine?
Yes.
Oh, I told you, Dirty 21. My bad.
Oh,
Should've probably put it in the chat.
so your what can only be described as a spidey sense kicks in as all your hairs stand on end, allowing you to dodge out of the way at the last second as you see biomechanical tendrils launch through Lelia, Ball, and Aeon. You feel yourself lifted off the ground with a sensation you only vaguely recognize as pain.
Wait, are they like held by it?
Yeah, they are currently
Impaled.
impaled
Like a
by
fauna.
by these tendrils. Ofana's still asleep.
No, like that video that
Yeah, being stabbed by something we couldn't see.
Oh, yeah. And
Yep.
you see a shadowy figure behind Aeon as Aeon is lifted off of the ground. And you hear a whisper in your ear. You are a pathetic draft of perfection. And I will decimate every iteration of you, you pathetic cockroach. And you see Aeon fly forward and crash into the rest of you. And y'all end up in a pile on the ground as the hallway is seemingly normal again. And everyone who failed their save, so everyone but Bud, takes 5 piercing damage.
oh gee. Ow. Hey guys, I'm at about half health, just as a heads
What?
up.
What the Buddha? Are you guys okay?
What the Buddha? That's too funny.
Just a scratch.
Do
Ugh.
any of you need to be healed? Because that looked bad for some of you. Especially
Um,
you, Aeon.
Tis
I'm
but a
not.
flesh wound.
I'm not feeling awesome, but I can still keep going. I'm okay.
Do
Okay,
I recognize that voice?
Um, the only role I can see that might be viable here would be roll a wisdom save.
A wisdom save is concerning. God damn it! My fucking dice hate me tonight. That's a
Yeah.
6.
oh man.
Welcome.
I feel you. Everything but Dex is not working for me so far.
You stare into the void of your mind, trying to place this, and get absolutely nowhere. It echoes around in your head like a bad song that you can't get rid of. But where you have heard it before eludes you.
Cool.
God, I'm like 90% sure I know what this is out of character, but I don't want to.
I mean, just like on the off chance, do I recognize the voice?
Same
Like, is
rules
it
apply.
same rules apply?
Same
So,
rules apply. You are reaching into the void
okay.
to try to pull something.
So what do I do? Sorry.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. And that one.
Ooh, the void talk back.
Oh no.
So you
Those are
reach
going away.
in to try to recognize this voice, and the only thing you come back with is never gonna give you
No.
up.
No!
I just start like clenching the sides of my head and going screaming.
That's an immediate 10 psychic damage at least.
Emotional damage.
They will send you to Jesus.
Bud's just gonna walk up to Lelia, pat her on the shoulder, and be like, there.
There's tears streaming down my face. Oh god.
Will never recover.
While I'm touching you, I'm gonna spend a key to use Hands of Healing to heal you up a little bit,
Yay.
hoping that restores your sanity. Let's see, I gotta roll for that quick.
You are good.
Okay,
Um,
5 plus, what was the other modifier? That. So that would be a total of, okay, so I healed you for, 10.
Nice. I will take that. That's feeling a little bit better. Thank you.
Not a problem.
You see Lelia is like looking a little more confident, a little less shaky. The tears have dried. But you know, the darkness in the depths of her eyes has increased just a little bit. That hurt her soul.
And now to ruin it by saying, don't worry, we'll never give you up. Won't let you down.
She falls to her knees on the ground. That's diabolical.
But on a serious note, where are we? Because I'm pretty sure the walls changed.
So just ahead of you, you can see everything's gone back to the way it was that you remember from the tour. You can see the Chrono Arcanium like 50 feet ahead of you. You hear a soft murmuring, like somebody's in there talking to themselves.
Oh no! What if Bloodsport's gone crazy?
But it's gonna turn and go at the group, and then crawl up the wall to the ceiling and try to crawl over to the room to peek in from the ceiling, trying to be sneaky like. Last time we heard mumbling, we got attacked by a memory wiping creature. Gotta be extra careful.
Yeah, at this point.
So, are y'all headed closer towards the library?
Gently following behind, since he seems to be sneaking.
I'm just hoping they don't look up for us. Most humans don't, but there's a lot of non-humans here.
So, as you get closer, you recognize the telltale cadence of Bloodsport's voice, mumbling to himself. No, that doesn't fit. The sequence is wrong. If it was meant to happen, why is time itself rejecting it? Patterns. There are always patterns. The past is folding in, the future's bleeding out, but it will always leave a mark. You hear a noise you haven't heard before, and it's somewhat unsettling. You hear a come out of Bloodsport, who still hasn't noticed y'all sneaking up yet.
Ooh,
tried
above.
to you tried to bury it, but time doesn't forget, and neither will I.
That's right about the steel trap. I'm not gonna lie. Above table, I'm getting some flashbacks of high school and SCP fractal patterns.
This
And
feels
there's a
like
lot of weird things with the time screamers.
feels not good. Um, hey, hey, Bloodsport,
Oh,
buddy.
Oh, but by the way, now that he knows it's Bloodsport, Bud's not going to be sneaky anymore. He's just going to be walking casually up to him on the roof, planning to give him a high five when he sees him. He's
And
glad to see Bloodsport.
y'all have been around Bloodsport enough that you're familiar that his hive reflects his mood. And you can see the hive is a little agitated and is kind of swirling around him like he's tense.
Mhm.
And he straightens up holding a blood-stained ledger. About time you made it. Still yourselves, I hope.
What does that mean exactly?
Maybe with or without pieces.
Tell me, how much of the last 6 months do you actually remember?
Uh,
currently, none.
20 minutes,
Yeah, 20 minutes.
I'm getting close to 24 hours.
give or take.
That's what this place seems to do. Your memory isn't safe here, and neither is reality. I'm kind of wondering if you're even sure you're truly you.
Uh,
Theseus aside, what have you been doing all these 6 months? Do you remember anything?
He just gestures to like a massive pile of files that you literally see the text rewriting as it's like sitting on the table.
oh,
I'm
so,
digging up what was meant to stay buried. I'm sure y'all have felt it too, haven't you? The fractures here, the rewrites. Something keeps trying to correct history. My question is, who's really holding the pen here?
You might need
rewriting.
to look around for an E or initials of DM.
I see what you did there, and fuck you.
It does make it hard to keep track of everything, though, when realities are overlapping on each other and everything's getting rewritten over and over again.
This ledger shouldn't exist. The things in here, they weren't just forgotten, they were removed. And that should worry you. And he slams it down, and you see it's bleeding ink as if it's like a pool of blood coming from the book itself. You ever read a book where a whole chapter just vanishes, but you can still feel that it was there? That's what this is. Someone erased an entire piece of our history, but the ink won't stay dry. I
Every
think
time.
we're trapped in someone's second draft.
Shit.
Oh man, that's where all the bad reboots come from.
I think Bloodsport might kill you for real. How do we even begin?
think we're going to have to rely on Old Sport to fill in some gaps here.
It does remind me, I do have one piece of beef jerky left I can give to the hive.
You-
Since they still hesitated.
God damn.
The swarm of flies over and just starts gnawing on the piece of beef jerky, while you see Bloodsport wheel out a fucking whiteboard with just interconnected red strings.
Oh no.
Oh, all boys lost.
He picks
Detective
the book
Bloodsport.
back up, like flipping to a page, and he's like, "This right here caught my eye first. This war that never happened. This deal was never struck. I feel like I should know this name, but I don't. And then there's him. He's been here. You've had to have seen him too, haven't you? The man who shouldn't be."
Oh no.
The only ghost in the system we've seen so far is a blonde woman with a violin and 2 daggers. Anything else might have gotten erased like some of your ledgers.
That's part of what's gone, too. Someone who should be here who isn't. The man who is out of place, out of time, and he knows it. You ever hear a ghost talk about the future?
Gonna have to say no.
True.
Like, look, you can doubt me if you want, but tell me this. Why can't you remember every room you've been in here? Every face that you've seen? Why does it feel like something else is watching us just past the edge of our perception? And you see, like, the swarm, like, visibly shudder. Even they feel it. Don't worry. You'll start seeing the cracks in the walls soon enough.
Hmm.
Not gonna lie, friend, but I think we've already been seeing some stuff. I was hearing stuff in the last room. Creatures are appearing and disappearing. And even the AI can't seem to get the story straight on what's going on. One of us thinks gaslighting.
We also got attacked in the elevator. I mean,
Yeah, that disappearing hentai nightmare.
What a weird memory beast that made me completely forget it was even there.
You hear a voice from over near kind of the little faux fireplace reading area. You know, it's rude to discuss people behind their backs, and it's only gaslighting if you truly believe what they're saying. And then the book, an almost identical copy of what Bloodsport's holding, snaps shut, and the figure disappears.
okay.
Ah, so whole relaxing time is eavesdropping.
No, this is not the same person that you saw before.
Oh,
Oh, because I thought that was the same person.
I thought it was Monica, not gonna lie.
No, in case you need a side by side, this is the one who lured you into the elevator.
Hmm.
The one above it is the one who was talking shit while holding the book before disappearing.
Uh.
That makes things
Oh.
difficult. How was I
That's the,
talking behind his back? I don't know who he is.
yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy Bloodsport was just talking about. The Shadow
Oh,
Maze. So there's two of them. Or are they the same? Just, oh god, this place is fucking with me.
it seems like we're
Above
having.
table, certain people might recognize a certain someone.
I know who that is.
Oh no.
Oh, that was comforting.
Let's just
I'm
say there's a reason you don't see a specific detail.
I'm not having a great time.
Having a good time.
Okay. So we have to assume that we are constantly being listened in on, which makes things harder.
I mean, yeah.
Especially since we don't know who's helpful and who isn't, and who's against us.
I assume that there are visible cameras nearby, like surveillance cameras and things like that.
Yeah. Generally assume that there's at least some form of camera. Most of them are, you know, the tiny little orb cameras that are in the ceilings? Those are pretty much everywhere.
Okay. So now the question is are they watching us through that, or are they just here? Are they an entity, or are they just some asshole? I say that loudly.
You just feel like you see everything kind of freeze, like, and you just see him standing beside you. It takes one to know one. Bop, bop. And he like bops you twice with the book before like walking back off among the shelves. And like everything seems to restart once he's like out of your immediate vicinity.
Did anybody else see that?
I did,
No
and
one
I'm
else
starting to
saw
wonder
it.
if he knows who he is, or we didn't.
Great.
The last they saw of him was him like talking shit like over by the chair.
Okay. Fuck, guys. We might really be in it this time.
In it to
You make
win.
it sound like you guys encounter this kind of stuff often.
Live eventful lives. What of
Yeah,
it?
you fuck around, you find out.
And boy, have we found out. A lot.
I suddenly feel like I should have tried to find out who you were before just leading you here.
You shouldn't have drug us here in the first place. I would have rather braved the blizzard.
Why are all of your guys' references summoning rituals?
Oh no, hold on.
Okay. We have to figure something out to do.
Well, I'm
This is
gonna
gonna
look very
get
closely at that whiteboard that Bloodsport brought out, trying to see if I can glean any information from it while asking Bloodsport. Do you happen to know anyone whose name starts with E, or goes by E, or just really likes the letter E? That might be running around.
It's a Mr. E.
It is a mystery.
boo.
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion that it's somehow related to that figure and to the carvings in the walls.
Carvings in the Oh, you mean like on the door?
There are more farther in messages that seem to have been left behind. I can
Okay.
only assume that it's from whoever that person is. But every time I try to glean more information, it changes.
Here's a question, Bloodsport. If we're in a lab where they've been messing with all this, whether it fell apart or not, they probably had some kind of safety protocol just in case these went wrong or to keep the employees safe. Have you come across anything that might help protect our fragile egg cell minds?
Give me 1 second and I'll get back to you with that.
Take your
God,
time.
I
Our brains
hate
are leaking
this.
anyway.
I'm tense. I don't know what to do. We can't do the same thing we've been doing, and we don't know what we've been doing. So,
I'm not gonna lie, that's why I'm trying to get information from Bloodsport while I can.
and then there's also the fact that is what we can find out even true?
Dude.
Have we really been here for 6 months, or are we just reliving the same day? Are we Groundhog Daying it?
This is intense. Because
There's too many things it could be.
it's not only that, but this is also like semi tied in with Aeon 3, and it's like I know stuff, but at the same time I don't know stuff, and that's the concerning part. So I'm thinking about shit that y'all don't even know about yet. Because I'm like, oh fuck, it's probably this. Well, no, it might not be that. It might be something else. I don't know. This man is cooking.
Yep, like above table, Bud's freaking out, slightly panicking, and he's just trying to conform as much information as he can from every source and try to piece together what he thinks is true.
He's
Maybe
back.
find some kind of clue or way to warn himself if he has to go back through again.
That's actually a smart move, to be honest. And also, I have 89 files here of lore. So,
He's not wrong.
I added 11 or 12 over the
Oh
last 2
god.
days. I've been building.
Jesus.
Um,
Jesus. Took the world as your oyster to a whole new level, huh?
yeah. I've
He wasn't
found
kidding about the Willy Wonka.
certain references to protocols to be initiated in case of outbreaks. Although the general consensus was lock the door and ride it out as long as that was a viable option for the sake of science.
Is there any protocol for extraction of employees or anything like that?
When I had Monica pull up the employee database, it seems that the only employees here are Aeon 3 and now, as of a few months ago, us and one other person that was in the directory, but the name was inaccessible, and anytime she tried to access it, the system would glitch on her.
Okay. So that's probably our mystery lady. Mm.
The question is he a part of the system or something that spawned off from it?
Well, and we're listed as employees
Well,
in
we
this,
have been here 6 months. We should have benefits by now.
right? Do we get paid for this? I mean, just like
Oh shit! They know weapon memory again.
We only became listed as that just a couple of months ago, not the entire 6 months ago.
Hmm. Okay, so something happened a couple months ago that changed the way we were seen by the system.
Good work, Bloodsport.
Yeah,
You've
you're
gotten us a
thinking with
lot of
your
good info.
dipstick, Jimmy.
Thanks. I'm a good dipstick thinker. Ah, fuck. Okay. Um, something happened a couple months ago, and I'm betting it has to do with that woman that we don't remember, the one with the knives.
And
It's gotta. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
What I'm worried about is the fact that when we were looking at our stuff, we were hearing eerie music. So, what if something's influencing that and making us think there's someone here that's important to us but isn't? Like it's integrating a virus or malware into our own memory.
Well, I mean, and if she's gone, maybe we can. Does anybody have like? Can anybody contact the deceased? Do we have that? That's a thing, right? I'm not crazy.
there's not even anyone listed as deceased in the files. They're just gone.
Like they didn't exist at all.
Exactly. As if their very existence was ripped from reality.
That's making me think of computers, and even if something's deleted, a lot of times it's kept somewhere like a bin. So there might be a chance they'll still here, just beyond what we could normally access. Hmm.
If it is, it's beyond even Monica and Helix's capabilities as well.
That is troubling, Bloodsport. That is troubling.
Hence what brought me here. This library, although temperamental it may be, contains books of possible futures. Books will phase in from the past, and of course, books of current events.
I mean, here's a suggestion. Has anybody, you know, tried just talking to these random people that keep popping up? These shadows or whatever you want to classify them as?
I tried talking to the man out of time. He's a dick.
Well, I figured that.
A lot of educational types are, but was he trying to teach you anything? Like a teacher who's just not getting paid enough?
He seems very interested in the preparing the biogenesis lab for an eventuality. He said that he just needed to help ensure that a threat was managed first.
Hmm. I just had a weird thought. You said books from the past and future are appearing in this library, right?
That is correct.
So, if it's future events, have you seen any relating to this place and possibly times we may not have passed? Like, got brought back up for whatever reason through this Phoenix program. Have you seen any books of failed attempts from us?
I don't know.
Because I feel like.
I
Oh,
don't
sorry,
know
go ahead.
if they're quite related to failed attempts, but check that bookshelf over there. I think you'll find it at least somewhat enlightening to your query. And
Thank
he
you, Bloodsport.
points
Okay, we're.
to a small, it almost looks like a bookshelf you would find in a kid's library, setting over in a corner. And on it you see tomes of various shapes and sizes. And I'm going to list off the titles and then I will list off the authors. Where the Wild Roses Fade, Annotations of a Dying Star, Blood and Burden, The Darkest Hunger, Weight of Oaths, Fractured Reflections, A Study of the Self, Feathers on the Floor, A Survivor's Account, The Strength to Be Forgotten, The Web Between Stars. Jesus Christ, that is a tongue twister I was not expecting. A Bird in a Gilded Cage, Memoirs of the Lost. Echoes of the Lost, The Survivor's Account of the Silver Facility. So Much Death. And then a plain back journal. It says Evelyn's Do Not Read.
Evelyn.
The other authors on this shelf are Bloodsport, Baldirk, Yopix, Bud, Ofana, Lelia, Aeon 3, Honest Silverhand,
The fuck?
Strahd, Xanon, Karsus, and an unnamed author.
Seeing a theme between titles and a lot of familiar names in the authors. Shoot.
Well,
Everyone just dives into their own book.
reckon we should probably get reading.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you would like, I can. Is it everybody just going to grab their own book?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, yeah.
Bud's not
knew
going to grab
that-
it. Bud's going to actually grab Bloodsports and Stalin's.
So Strahd doesn't have a book here. Strahd does.
Strahd. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bud's is probably nothing but a pistol book anyway, so he can get back to that later.
So
Buds is actually the one that has all the secrets and just lists everything that you guys need to know.
No war, just photos. of horrifying things.
So I will go ahead and start pasting them so whoever needs to read can. So Much Death by Bloodsport. Echoes of the Lost by Baldirk. Do you want me to just put all the books?
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like we would end up reading them all and either talking about it or doing something like that.
Yapix's book. I know it just turns into a wall of text, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
Buds is split into two. But there we go. What's up, sweetheart? Yeah, I can give you a night-night tuck-in. I will be right back. I'll load these up as I tuck her in, so
Gotcha.
y'all will have plenty of time to read.
Oh, poor Yop has been there for 6 months. Oh
Man,
no.
that beach was a simulation all along.
Yeah, it was the Mind Palace. It was the happy place.
The thing's been said.
I'm like picturing that like everyone's just gonna like sit around and like write their books just in different corners of the room.
So these are books that we've already written, but just we don't remember at this
Not
point.
necessarily. They could be books we've written in the future.
Mm-hmm. Or even just some of our random scribblings that got erased and compulated.
Mhm.
Because some of these do sound like the scribblings of a madman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy. Everyone else is.
Though I am noticing a theme of we're all being haunted by something and we're all losing time, with some of us questioning it, another one thinking trying to get control of it.
Sipping through your fingers all the time.
I know like a couple of the plot points that are supposed to come. I'm like so curious to see when they happen.
Oh, great! This whole lab's just going to end up being a mimic. Just a small one that's been time traveling. Never run out of food if you just repost it from the past.
Ooh. Balls gives me chills.
Yeah, I read that one.
That's
And
fucked.
it's very fucked.
Mm-hmm. So I'm only gotten past the Aeon one, but I'm starting to realize if we're going to leave notes, we might want to start doing mementos and writing notes on our body, because it seems like if we write it on anything else, it doesn't stick around or it gets taken to the library. I might take that back, check out the balls about arms.
He gets.
Oh boy.
These are all fucked up.
Yeah. Not liking this mention of Aeon 6.
I was gonna say,
What the
everybody
hell?
remember Aeon 6.
Because he's showing up in a lot of these stories as something that's slowly but gently putting us down.
Oh dear.
Golly, what Tower of Babel nonsense did we get ourselves into?
Nothing good.
He's gonna get out the last door. It's gonna be like, you guys were punked. All this was fake. We fooled you. It's been like 2 days.
Welcome to the prank show time loop.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Penelope? Is there something to do with that Raven family here?
Mhm.
Who is that author?
Shit. It's Karsus. Oh no.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Mm. dear. Huh. Okay. Can I edit? Oh, do something? Okay. Gotta have notes on this one. There's too much to unpack here.
That's the thing. I'm not even sure where to begin on taking notes for this.
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna come back just more confused.
Just put them all into a notepad document and just hide it away.
Okay.
Have some enlightening reads.
I'm just like everyone's just like sitting on the floor, just passing the books to each other when they finish.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm holding up the books to the red strings on the whiteboard, going, "What does it mean?"
Everybody has their own corkboard with the string.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying, Bloodspot's on to something. The conspiracy, man. And this time, it's not the lizard folk.
By the
Just
way,
because I'm paranoid doesn't
Jess,
mean.
above
Yeah.
table, that last poem
Yeah.
is Penelope's.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Figured.
That makes
figured
sense.
you would, but
Yeah. Oh dear.
Strahd seems like he's doing well. He's definitely definitely been finding himself.
y'all had a perfect opportunity for Strahd rehabilitation.
Everybody in this party needs rehabilitation,
Hey, I'm just
except
standing
Bud.
by. I feel like I would have eventually gone to him if I had more time to interact with him.
I'm the person y'all tell y'all's therapist about.
I say everybody in the party except for Bud needs therapy.
Oh,
He
believe me,
will.
Bud needs therapy.
He will. I just haven't hammered out all the details of the mask.
Okay. Shoot.
Hmm.
So this Aeon 6 guy that keeps coming up in these texts. And I'm asking Aeon 3, do you know who this is? Or does everybody need a couple minutes? Because I read fast.
Good question. Justin, do I, or is that a forgotten thing?
No, you would not have knowledge of Aeon 6 as you are a. Let me think of a good way to describe this. You are a pathetic first draft of perfection.
Yeah.
I thought it was that thing we just got attacked by.
Yeah, and I think I know well, I do think I know at least who the guy is above table.
Oh, you know
Above table?
exactly who it is.
Yeah, it's gotta be Karsus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought so from the face and how they was reading it. Really seemed like. but I don't know much about him as in game, so I can't really say anything.
But the girl can't be Xanon, so I don't know who that would be.
Did I actually put Evelyn's journal in here?
No, I don't
No,
think
you
you
didn't.
did.
No. Okay.
But
to be
somebody
fair,
mentioned Evelyn, and I can't remember who.
Bud probably wouldn't read it, but he would comment on the fact that
Fine.
there's an E in that name.
Yeah.
Balls mentioned Evelyn.
In balls.
There's not just one E, there's two.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a snack.
My apologies. I'm a dum dum, and I was throwing a lot. So
It's fine.
I mean, it gave y'all plenty to play with.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
I've got my cliff notes here, and they're not looking great.
Did her journal actually send over on y'all side? Mine's running a little behind.
Last I'm seeing is from Josh.
Okay.
Same here.
Let me try this again then.
I will say though, Lelia, I don't think that writing stuff down on pages is going to work anymore.
Yeah,
there was at
that
least
was
one poem and 2 stories saying that's not going to work.
That was, in fact, one of my notes that I wrote down was that writing stuff down will not work.
Even carving it in our
Unless you're
bodies didn't seem
Evelyn,
to do
apparently.
it. So no inceptional memento this time around.
At least it doesn't work yet. I mean,
I am wondering something though, because one thing I noticed is Bloodsport doesn't seem to be repeating things. He seems to be, how do I explain it? He's experiencing them, but he's not getting reset like we are. He's getting a weird thing like the man. He's getting treated differently.
Which,
So I'm thinking if we're going to leave notes, we might want to leave it with Bloodsport. If we can get him a note before we get killed by whatever got us last time and this time and the time before that.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Everybody's dead.
What? You guys couldn't live 5 seconds?
Nope.
Oh, well, rip. Time to
gave
roll
us
new
books and a
characters.
power outlet.
Right.
Campaign 12, here we come.
Right.
Okay, well, that's the second one to give me chills.
Oh, there it is.
Which one?
Evelyn's.
It wasn't a threat when I said you would be questioning yourselves by the time that I was done with you. That was a promise.
Yeah, but now I'm wondering if we can mess with the system if we get to the right terminal.
Oh, jeez.
Because what if this whole thing is partly automatic? And it's automated to do it based on the information it has.
Like there's just like a program running in the background?
Yeah, and it's going based on the information it's being received, and anything that would contradict, it picks the logical choice, whether or not it happened, and then makes it happen, or doesn't. And I'm wondering if we can mess with the code and possibly rewrite some of what's happening or did happen. I don't know how that would benefit us.
I think
Because I'm
it's
still
at the very least, we need to figure out at least what's going on here. What exactly they're doing. What these experiments are. That's all I can think of to do now. Is to get as much information as we can.
Hopefully before we die and have to start from scratch.
I would say all roads seem to point to that biogenetics lab. It also seems to be the last place we all write about. So I don't
Yeah.
think we make it past that.
So maybe we start
That's the
there.
last thing I remember from the tour.
That's the thing. I think we should go there, but I think we need to approach it cautiously and see if we can glean as much information as possible. Maybe send someone back to leave a note with anything we learn with Bloodsport. Because I feel like we get reset a lot at that bio lab.
There's definitely something there. I agree. We definitely need to check it out, but we also need to be cautious.
As you realize, I might be playing Bud a little too smart. You're making me break character.
I mean, no crazier than Bloodsport. Bloodsport's still like weirding me out.
Yeah, Bloodsport's gotten more
I mean, look,
advanced.
6 months has happened, and we don't know how many resets or what could have happened.
He's all grown up and mature.
Bud
He has
is so proud
emotions.
of him. Bloodsport's so smart.
You don't know what all he's done in the automaton facility.
Yeah, maybe he upgraded himself.
Or maybe you upgraded him.
Oh, I hate this.
Go gadget, Bloodsport attack mode.
Yeah, I think
You've got a question. Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy?
The moment you said, "Is this the real life?" I immediately thought of Bohemian Rhapsody.
I
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of. I have a small part of my brain that going, are we in a simulation?
am wondering
Yeah.
that as
Maybe.
well, above table.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
completely above table. I don't even think Bud knows what a simulation
Maybe
is.
we're
But
still asleep, and we've been uploaded, or I mean, the
Well,
freaking
lately
robot.
it would probably be the only two that would have some sort of an idea of that because of the games.
That's true.
I will say, when the arc's complete, I will tell you what it was.
God.
But it's so much more fun watching y'all struggle.
Thanks.
well, get used to it because it's probably going to happen a couple more times.
Yeah, but I agree. I think Biogenesis Lab is our first stop.
By
Just
the,
knowing.
Last stop.
by the way, Josh,
Hmm?
Morgan knows.
Oh boy.
Since he fully dropped, I told him.
Oh dear.
That's why I got called a bad word. Okay. Let me pull out the layout of the facility and see where it is in regards to y'all.
What is it?
The Biogenesis Lab in uh, relation to where y'all are.
Right, my mind blanked for a second, and all I heard is where it is, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
The 24th floor?
It's if it hasn't been changed to a different floor.
Well, I think
True.
in last session, like elevator logs showed that was like the last. Or like we would go to the biogenesis floor, and then there is one floor, but there's like no record of return from that.
Y'all don't remember the tour after the Biogenesis Lab, even though the tour continued.
That's right.
Yeah. And all the books end at that lab. All ramblings.
Or it could be that's a key start to your Journey.
That's true.
Or it could just be hyper fixated on playing teammate that it reflected. You know.
I swear, if there's going to be a Project Heaven's Garden, and we're going to start seeing Margaret falling on herself.
So, going out into the central structure, which is the Void Nexus, you see over towards elevator shaft C, which will take you down to containment and experimentation, which is where the biogenesis lab is. On this floor, the other parts on the Arcane Studies floor are the Arcane Convergence Lab, which was doing research on merging planar energies and merging planar entities. And the Necrotic Sanctum and the Planar Containment Field.
Don't like the sound of any of that.
No, I don't either.
And Lelia, past the large double doors heading towards the Necrotic Sanctum, you hear a female voice echoing in your ear. Lelia, where are you?
I recognize
You do.
the voice. Oh God, no.
Oh boy.
You have very much heard this voice before.
Yeah, who is it?
Where are you, sister?
Oh
Come
shit!
out to play.
Am I the only one that's hearing this?
Everyone else just hears whispers. To them, they're hearing basically white noise.
How could she be here? It's just a trick. Let's keep going.
Do you hear something in this noise? I just thought my tinnitus was acting up.
I could have swore I heard the voice of my sister, but that's not possible. She's been gone for a long time.
I mean, supposedly we've been gone for 6.
And little detail that Ball noticed last time y'all were in that room was one of the little morgue lockers with the last name Karim on it.
Yep.
I don't know if he would have told me specifically or not.
Yeah, I didn't know if he remembered that particular detail, so I figured.
Oh, I did. I wrote that one down.
Yeah, no, he told me, but he didn't. I don't think Ball told Lelia.
Well, it's also been 6 months, so I
Well,
probably have by this point, but does Lelia remember? Because I don't think I mean, we didn't find out until we were going through the first tour, and that ended before I ever told you.
Well, I will say Ball does remember that particular detail.
Okay.
Um,
I'm operating
Matt.
off the fact that I don't know that.
Yeah. I'm going off the fact you don't know if you Lelia would remember it.
Hmm.
Uh, but I know Ball has that detail.
Okay. Um. So then, in that case, after that discussion, what did you say exactly, babe?
I said that I can hear her. I think it's my sister, but that can't be possible.
Hearing you say that, Ball just kind of stops in his tracks for a second and goes, like he is hit with a memory. I mean, it's just like, wait. During the tour, I remember on one of the more lockers there was. It wasn't Corinne, but it was written as Corrine. I thought it was weird being so close.
It's gotta be just a coincidence. There's no way, because I know for a fact she's gone. It doesn't matter. It's just this place fucking with us. Let's keep going. I'll keep heading towards the biogenesis lab.
What I was going to say, it sounds like assume you would do, and yeah, Ball's just going to start following.
Everyone roll perception for me.
Here. Okay, dice, don't fail me now.
Where'd I put that?
Oh,
13?
nat 20 for a 23?
Ooh. Your dice are doing good today, babe.
Damn, my perception's only. Wait, modifiers. Right.
Yeah,
Do we get
except for
modifiers on
death.
that, or is that a flat roll for perception?
You should have a mod.
Okay. That makes it a little better. That's a 12 for perception.
Okay. Cam, what'd you get?
Oh, hi, I'm muted. 7.
Okay. So the only person who notices anything is Ball. You notice there's some webbing on your back now.
Web.
And on everyone else.
We are becoming amphibian.
Yes, that was about to be my next question. Like that, like amphibious type webbing,
No,
or
like spiderweb webbing.
Nope. Nope.
But we talked about this. You can't web up teammates.
You don't want them to hear us. Apparently, the walls have ears and maybe eyes. Or pimples.
Oh,
Oh god, wall pimples, ew. Why'd you put that thought into my head?
Hmm.
Are we talking about wimples?
Ew.
Don't call them wimples.
That's not good.
If you make them sad, are they weeples?
Oh.
You know what they say?
If you
Weeples
don't keep,
wobbles beat them down.
hey, if you don't keep them clean, they'll be legal.
Oh God.
yeah. Noticing that Bud or a Ball would just be like, Bud, why?
But it's just gonna go. Shh. Let's just keep going for now.
Okay.
He's gonna walk close to you, lean in, and whisper, just to Balls. I think they can hear us even when we whisper. So let's just see what happens next. I feel like a trick's coming up.
I do have a question. How's Hungering Wrath feeling? Am I feeling that connection anymore?
Yeah, so Hungering Wrath is still there. It's a little titchy because there's so much like planar energy
Mm-hmm.
whiplashing around because the planar containment field's degrading. It looks worse than when you saw it on the tour. But also it seems a little out of whack.
Okay.
It's like trying to use a laptop that's not connected to the internet.
Mm. Okay. Cool. So they're gonna be no help. Great. Noted. Guess just
Like
grit our teeth, keep going.
it still has some functionality, but
Hmm.
it's not in prime form. It's
Okay.
like if you asked for a gaming laptop and I handed you a Chromebook.
Oh, well, thanks.
Does it still have power? Can we turn it on?
Well, I mean, Wrath is alive, so
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted with some other thought.
no, you're good. No, I was just
I'm not going to be trying
I
to
was
play with
using the laptop comparison to explain how Wrath felt off. Like,
fair.
Okay. Great. Okay, well, I guess keep going. We'll either die or we won't.
okay, so you get into the elevator and you're feeling, as it's going down, you feel a bit of a shudder, and the elevator staggers for a minute before resuming its normal uh, pace, and you open it up, and it's back down into the containment wing that's right before the biogenesis lab.
Okay.
But other than that, no other issues going down. I do need a wisdom save from everyone.
Oh.
Fun.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
12.
All right.
ooh,
17.
modifiers, please help.
Mine
Oh,
didn't.
that didn't help much. Ugh. Okay, so I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Everyone that got under 15, you start finding yourself inexplicably drawn towards the third door from the left.
Right.
Does anyone else kind of feel like opening that door over there for some reason?
I would be
Because, not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I kind of want to open that door.
value to you.
Hey guys. Wild thought, but I don't feel that way.
Well, maybe it's a memory.
Hey,
Well,
Justin.
Yeah,
You said third door on the left.
yes.
That correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm remembering the layout, isn't that Aeon 3 store?
No.
Oh, I'm misremembering. Okay, never mind.
Aeon 3's door was third on the right.
Oh, so it's across the hall. Oh wait,
Across the hall
oh no, wait, that's worse.
is one labeled Aeon 00 Melpomene.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
oh no.
I was like, wait, hold on, third, that's important. Hold on. No, no.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Don't forget Aeon's a part of the team.
I'm
Open
afraid
doors.
they trapped me in here. By the way, failure of the wisdom save just means you can hear her. It doesn't force you to do anything.
Okay.
Oh.
That's nice.
Bud's gonna walk up towards the door and go, "Who trapped you in there?"
The monsters who ran this, they've left me locked here. I could
Do
be
you
a
know,
wonderful asset.
SS or not, why did they put you in there? Are you okay in there? Have they been feeding you?
This stasis is a false life, a half life.
Archie, don't eat that. That's not edible. Little brown gremlin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that one. I'm sorry that you're stuck. I just things have not been going well for us. So I don't
God,
think
I
we need
hate to do this. Bud's gonna lean against the door and go, "Do you promise that you are only going to do good things when you come out? We might be able to help you find answers too."
Of course, what harm could little old me do to a big, strong arachne like you?
Well, that's definitely gonna freak him out a little. How does he know what he is?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's literally the moment, like in every horror movie, where your skin just stands on end. Like that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I'm
But I
sorry.
know.
It's a no-go for me.
It's just a quick twist of the door handle.
Then you do it.
They didn't put a door handle on this side, or I would have years ago.
Years? You've been living in there for years, huh?
Amazing what stasis will do to one's appetite.
Mm,
If you could get him out right now, what would be the first thing you did?
Stretch my arms and legs.
by doing.
Stretching, of course, and
Mm,
walking out of the cell.
If you can promise me that you don't mean me, my friends, or any of our friends in this facility harm, I will let you out. Unless someone's gonna stop him because me as a player don't like what Bud's thinking.
guess we'll see what happens.
At this
Of
point,
course, I love making new friends.
No.
I want to hear you promise it. I've been around Faye.
I don't know if that's what we're dealing with.
No, but they talk in sleight of hands too.
Fair enough.
I promise that I will not cause you any discomfort or pain. Is that
Wait,
enough for you?
well, we would prefer not to die or not exist either. We prefer to keep living and find our way out of here. Are you agreeable to that too? Bud's just trying to be as friendly as possible. Wow, slightly shaking.
I haven't seen the rest of this facility since they created me, so I can't promise anything on getting in or out or any of the like.
You won't owe us anything. Everyone should have their freedom, but I just want to make sure you're not going to try to kill us, unexist us, or harm the people I care about here. Everyone else, if they put you here, I can't judge what you do. And Bud's going to put his hand on the doorknob but not turn it yet.
I won't cause you any harm unless you are the aggressor. Is that agreeable to you?
Sounds as fair as anything you could promise. Alrighty. Well, time for you to stretch, I guess. And he's going to open the door and back up to give her room to get out, or it just sounds like a gore, so he doesn't really know. Okay, I'm gonna regret this.
No.
You have no idea how much you are going to regret this.
I know, but I know how Bud is.
Hold me back, hold me back.
We don't know enough information to completely stop you.
And Melpomene was a master manipulator. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I do.
yep, quite vivid.
Wait, was I here for those?
No.
No.
This
was
was
last
Curse of
campaign.
Strahd.
Okay,
Melpomene was trying to double play Strahd's
Everyone.
spy and the party at the same time. And doing
Basically
it
forced everybody to
halfway
moral
decently.
compromise on everything.
Yeah. She was slowly trying to undermine the moral compass of the party to her own gain.
Yeah.
Put it this
Yeah.
way, she used disguised self to turn herself into Strahd to improve a negotiation tactic.
Huh.
over somebody who is being victimized by Strahd. So that should tell you the type of person you just let loose.
Oh, is it for real? I thought for sure it was just a memory thing that was about to come out in
Okay.
your face.
You open this up and alarms start going off as the decompression of this door as it swings open.
Oh shit! I should have asked the AI
And
about it.
you see an eyeless pale elf step out
Evil
of
drow.
the pod. Well, technically she's she was a drow, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Because I made the Dusk Elves descendants of drow. That's right.
But she was a pretty pale drow, I remember, though, too, because, like, Apollo was darker.
Yeah. Steps
Well,
out, just skin covered where eyes would be. Feature, like, the proportions just seem wrong. Everything seems too gangly, too long, or too short in places. Almost like, imagine if Smeagol was an
Oh god.
elf.
Oh god.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That does feel like,
well, now I know what Bud's going to do next. He's going to reach in his pocket and pull out a high C and some of that steak from the lizard villas, if it's still good, and hand it to him and be like, "It looks like you might need some food. Here you go."
That's much appreciated. And it gives this odd, overly toothy smile as it takes it.
Oh dear.
Just like my mother.
I'll be seeing you around. And you see it like just completely drains the high C, and parts of it just leak through small gaps in the teeth and dribble down its chin as it just slowly walks away towards the elevator.
Bud's going to run up and give her a little hanky made of web. Like, you spilled a little. Hope you have a great day, though. Good luck on your adventures.
Oh,
so, like,
God.
how many, like, dark evil puppet masters has this party set loose upon the world so far?
Too
Because,
many.
like, we've sort of unleashed Strahd, we've unleashed, Golden Boy, we've unleashed Mal now.
Which I
Are we
apologize for,
counting
but
just puppet masters, or are we counting megalomaniacs too?
Potential endgame big bads.
3, possibly 4, depending on actions.
Oh god. We're gonna have like a whole anti-party of big bads by the end of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the war is about to be nothing.
again, above table guys, I am sorry, but it's just a little naive and too trusting in people.
It was bound to happen.
And I'm just like,
I
no,
actually
please
need
don't.
to message Morgan and let him know that Mel just got released.
No.
Oh yeah, Morgan hated Mel.
See, we needed Sophia here. See what have talked some sense in the bud.
Mel's going to be given like an evil speech, and Hodri's going to come out of the sky like a comet.
Right.
Time to summon my familial. The comet that killed the dinosaurs.
Round 2.
Okay.
Guarantee you within 30 seconds, he's gonna hop in.
It'd be like, what the fuck?
You did what?
What have you done?
And the AI, like, both Monica,
Cringe.
Helix, and Soma all have, like, appeared. Monica's like, what the fuck happened? And Helix is like, alright, quarantine break. Time to mix things up. Someone's like, I still had tests to do on that, but I guess that's out the window now. Thanks.
Sorry, there wasn't any sign that said "Do not open,"
Points to the sign.
and we were kind of
Do not open.
exploring. We don't know what's going on here. You
Gestures
should have
down
warned
to a
us.
sign that says "Do not release." Pulls up 8 logs that say "Do not interact."
Don't feed the animal.
What were they written in? Because I can claim I just can't read it.
Common.
Then I willfully didn't read them. But they don't need to know that. I'm gonna tell them I don't know it.
They'd be very upset if they could read.
IDW.
Yeah, that's pretty much Bud.
Bud can't read canon now.
I will admit, in the library, he might have been rereading stuff quite a bit to make sure he knew what he was reading.
I mean, he has like 8 eyes, so like.
He was
He had the
over
audible
here
version.
staring at the book like, where's the pictures?
You know, the AI just made audible versions for him.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Bud was hoping for pistol books when he saw the kids section. He was trained with his body. He never really got into the reading stuff. Why his IQ so low? He stopped learning when he was like a youngling.
But congratulations, now the entire place is on high alert. And you let a wandering
Psychopath.
mastermind rogue psychopath, or what is left of her mind.
If anything, they just got rid of the impulse control.
Which reminds me, we forgot to get her name.
That's true.
Oh shit, we did do that, didn't we? Oh, we fucked up.
That's an oversight.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Have you seen a crazy troglodyte lady who schemes a lot?
If you'd like, I can give you the
I heard she has cupcakes.
Oh god.
if you ask one of the AI nicely, I'm sure they'll provide the audio logs related to Aeon 00.
Yeah.
Wait, was the Aeon 00?
Yes. It said it
That
right
is-
again. Said it right on the door.
But yeah, but
Aeon
gotta read the door.
00 Melpomene.
Huh.
We're
Sorry,
all
that's it.
idiots.
I'm going down
It's okay,
rabbit
bud.
trails in my head now. Going, I wonder what the other ones look like now.
Just open them all up to compare.
God, I hope not.
So if you'd like, I can give you the audio logs.
Please, why not? More lore.
Yeah.
Hit it with the lore.
Lord for the lower god.
Just don't write it down. Bug can't read. By the way, while everyone's getting yelled at, Bud's going to try to casually close the door to make it look like we didn't open it.
Yeah, maybe they got masterminded into thinking that the party opened the door when actually the door was open already.
Yeah, exactly. How do you can't prove that it was us?
I am not above gaslighting the AI.
You just see like Monica pull up the feed. Bitch, I got you on tape.
That could be any spider in a cloak.
Sounds like fake news to me.
I'll have you
Oh,
know
God.
that was at least 2 months ago, more than likely.
Yeah, that is a previous
How do
iteration.
you know that's not corrupted too?
You can't be held accountable for previous iterations.
But Helix pulls up the files for you, and you hear the audio of the first file begin with shifting papers and the hum of machinery. Audio log of Dr. Chris, subject acquisition Melpomene Knox. The retrieval process was unconventional. She shouldn't exist, not after Barovia, but here she is. Cronus Knox preserved her in some way, locking her within a temporal anomaly, a moment stretched beyond the natural flow, neither dead nor alive, like an open wound in time itself. We were able to retrieve the remnants of her form, though form is perhaps a generous description. The body was a ruin, held together only by a sheer defiance of her existence. She should have been another lost thread in the grand design, but something or someone denied that. Was it Cronus? Was it her? Her genetic structure is unstable, fraying at the edges. It resists classification, existing in a paradox of past and present. She possesses traits that are both entirely natural and utterly impossible. An anomaly that should have been dissolved the moment she was removed from stasis, yet she persists. We've designated her Aeon 00, the first of our true attempts at bridging the gap between time and biology. If we can stabilize her, we may unlock pathways previously thought impossible. For now, she remains in containment. She does not speak, she does not acknowledge our presence, but she hums. A tune, slow and haunting. I do not recognize it, yet it lingers in my thoughts long after I leave the room. We'll begin a deeper analysis soon. If there's someone or something still inside this fractured vessel, we will find it. Audio log. Behavior irregularities. Melpomene Knox. This is Dr. Soma logging behavioral irregularities observed in Aeon 00, designated Melpomene Knox. Since her containment, the subject has remained largely passive. She does not eat, she does not sleep. Standard stimuli elicit no response, yet these apparent signs of inactivity, she changes when unobserved. We reviewed the footage and the discrepancies are undeniable. She moves when the cameras malfunction. She hums in recordings where she was otherwise silent. And last night I saw her shadow move, even as her body remained perfectly still. The violin melody, that infernal sound, has persisted. None of us remember installing an audio system in the cell. We've swept the chamber twice, yet the sound persists. It isn't playing through the speakers. It isn't an auditory hallucination. It's simply there. More concerningly, certain personnel have begun exhibiting signs of memory gaps after prolonged exposure to Aeon 00. Minor at first, forgotten passcodes, misplaced equipment, but it's escalating. One of our interns, Jarrus, entered the containment wing 2 days ago. Yesterday, when I mentioned his name to another researcher, they stared at me blankly. When I checked the personnel records, there was no Jarrus. No sign he ever existed. I know this is tied to her. I have recommended increasing security protocols and limiting direct observation. If she is exhibiting signs similar to the anomaly in Stasis Vault 6, if she's linked to Aeon 6, then we may already be too late. In log.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, we may have made an ally, but we might have proved part of the war.
Aeon 6.
And
Fuck.
in the recording, you also hear for a good 17 seconds
What was it?
after the end of the log.
I might have missed it. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
Same.
I would say, as a player, if we think about it, we could probably leave now, so you could probably get the door open. If our characters realize that.
Y'all hear it now?
No.
Still no.
The same music that the ones of y'all who failed your save, the
Mm-hmm.
Moonlight Sonata in reverse, is
Mm.
playing.
Oh.
Oh.
Will?
Well, that's something we did.
Well, Bud's gonna
It
look
was
at
bound to happen eventually.
Bud's
Yeah.
gonna look at the 3 AI and go, so, random question. Is there any other things you might not want us opening up? You might want to warn us about it now.
And delete your log of number of reminders over the last 6 months.
We put them in stasis because they were too hard to kill and too dangerous to be kept alive. Well, I personally enjoyed running extensive observation tests. Why not let them run free? I mean, what's a good stress test after all? It's not like those doors are opening anytime soon.
Door proceeds to open.
And,
Just to make sure we don't do it, I mean, like, how would you open the doors?
Ask you for a friend.
which doors are you talking about?
You know, just the outside doors. Any doors?
She already answered it earlier, like where she hasn't been able to get them back open because something is blocked directorial override.
I thought it was the other one saying that now. Okay, no worries. That she might have a different opinion on that.
Monica's just like, we couldn't kill it, so we froze it. And then Helix is just like, they're supposed to be openable, just, press of an entry code, but something's blocked it out.
Well, what's behind the next door?
I mean,
Look, if you want to go down the route of unleashing all of the experimental beasties, I have a list. I can do this all day.
Let's
I
not
mean,
do that thing.
but what if we cause so much chaos for them that it just breaks everything?
Yeah,
And then
but
we
we could
slip out
die.
we have been dying anyways.
Hey, we made a friend this last time. Maybe not for the ward, but for us.
A friend that we can't remember and who isn't here.
Oh, I'm talking about the scary lady whose name we
Oh.
didn't get. The person you're talking about's not real, apparently. Not anymore.
If you're curious, you're iteration 4, by the way.
Iteration what you guys know this is messed up,
Dang it.
right?
I thought
This
the
is
third time
messed
was a
up.
charm.
I mean, you're the ones that asked me to ensure that you didn't die in this place. The fact you died anyway and I brought you back was just the most efficient way of ensuring it.
Yeah, but you took liberties when you brought us back. You didn't bring us back exactly as we were.
Look, I put you back together with your DNA. What happened when you grew in a controlled environment? Well, let's just blame that on your mom being a worse incubator than I am.
That was alright.
That felt personal. But it
5
was an
seconds
attack
in.
on Bud.
Yeah. Ow, that was a burn, is what that was.
But he's going to look at him and go, well, thank you, I guess, for bringing us back each time. But we still would like to know what's going on. Like, these other Aeons. This sixth one in particular. Why does everything seem to lead back to it? Is it the main thing causing all this corruption?
Let me figure out the best way to put this. At least with. Okay, so which one in particular are you asking? Because,
Honestly, Bud's just kind of looking at all three of them, his eyes bouncing back and forth between them.
We should ask Soma. She's the one that's been performing all the experiments. She might have higher clearance.
True. Okay, I guess Soma. So he's the first one to appear that we know is doing the genetic stuff directly, and the one experimenting on these ones.
okay. Let me see. Aeon 6 was the culmination of our research into temporal restructuring and autonomous self-correction. Aeon 3 here was, if you want to compare apples to oranges, a bad first draft, or third draft if you're being more precise. Unfortunately, during restructuring, initial testing was inconclusive, mainly because it seemed to retroactively erase all of my test results upon failure. It began to produce erratic time distortions beyond our intended parameters. So, after a containment failure, we put them into stasis so that we wouldn't have to deal with any more issues. It seems like its capabilities have pushed beyond that and into the technological side, affecting the facility at large.
So, what are the chances that it might get out? Because Aeon 3 got out. What are the odds any of these others have gone down and you haven't noticed up until now?
Aeon 3 was intentionally released by me once I deemed it a failure and before I uploaded myself to the network.
And someone like spawning people.
I figured real world stress test couldn't hurt, especially considering they share the same adaptive tissue tendencies as 6. If I couldn't test on one, I would at least have a live feed to the other.
Does that mean you have a live reel of everything Aeon 3 sees?
Video feed, no, just input of data. Anytime it suffers an injury, I'm able to see its recovery rates and any underlying issues it has. If you're overly curious, it can recover from herpes in 2 weeks.
Neat. Did you put any of that monitoring system inside any of us when you rebuilt us or put us together?
Phoenix Protocol dictated upon each of your resurrections to have vitals and data recorders inserted, and upon your demise, the biogenesis lab will activate to recreate you. Can't let your soul linger too long, or else it might get too comfortable and something else take its place. Unfortunately, you didn't ask me to do this until iteration 2, so I have no record of what happened to the other one.
But you do have record of what happened to us before, so you know what killed us.
I just have the data that your heart stopped shortly after elevated blood pressure and blood loss.
Do you know where this occurred?
Lower floors.
Right. Okay. Cool.
And you hear a chuckle over by the elevator. And you you see Anna in a new outfit and looking much more malevolent this time in a black tattered lab coat. Oh, I do have fun playing our little game. Would you like to know which one of you is the biggest coward when you die?
Are you the one keeping us here? Is this all just some sick game that you're playing with our lives?
By the time I'm done with you, no one will remember you're here. I will feast upon your potential. Your past, your present, your future is mine for the taking.
Fuck you.
You wish.
Not likely. Get it up here.
You hear machine gun fire as Monica activates, like, containment protocols. And just
Ooh.
an echoing laughter as Anna, who you can only assume is Aeon 6, disappears again.
Oh my god. She's in the walls. She's in the freaking walls.
Okay. Shit. What are we gonna do about that?
You see Monica looks frantic. She's like in full, like multiple screen mode. And she pulls up a room that kind of hurts your eyes because it's like itching at something you feel like you should know. And you see Aeon 6 in a stasis pod.
I mean, if that's where her consciousness like comes from, why don't we just end that? I mean,
My
As long
directives
as that's
don't let me terminate anything in stasis. I can only stop her if she breaks containment.
well, she's clearly broken containment somehow. Maybe not physically, but enough to do damage.
Unfortunately, the way my programming is written, it still prevents me. And you see her like kind of flicker. Not that I'd let her get involved anyway. And then she flickers back.
Mm-hmm.
I see what's going on here.
man, you all need to get a program that cleans up your systems. Maybe not like a hard reboot, but maybe a soft one.
That wouldn't help. If my guess is correct, I'd have to wager Aeon 06 has infected the computer systems, meaning it's everywhere. And my guess is if we're to free this facility, we're going to have to terminate ourselves.
Agreed. So that's the goal. Let's go. Where is this? Where is the stasis unit at? Is it down here?
It's
Can we pull up a map? Yeah.
It's near the core.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we can just pause the system like it's malware. Not that above tape, not that I think Bug could actually pull that off.
Are there any maybe like access sites or like maintenance ways that we can go that aren't on the map?
Let me look and see.
We're gonna be venting.
Wait, in one of the poems, I think I tried that and it didn't work too well. Going into vents. If we can trust the writings, and they haven't changed while Bloodsport's looking at them.
Did you?
God, I want to make it a bug stream.
That is
Also,
it would be a secret passage in the maintenance corridors. Yeah, what's up, Cam?
I was gonna say, I'm not like getting like super tired, but I am kind of starting to fade off a little bit. Could we wrap this up kind of soon?
Yeah, we're about to. We're about to. I'm not gonna throw y'all in the combat tonight because
I had figured. I wanted to say something in case we were gonna try starting something.
no, Aeon 6 is that's a big encounter.
Trust me. I remember what you told me.
I've altered the stat block since then.
Oh, thank God. I hope for the better and not.
No,
God, that would suck.
You saw the first draft.
Okay, thank God. You put out a couple balance patches.
No, I put some more mods on.
Not.
No, I will have
Danger.
to. I will have to adjust it. Considering Ofana's no longer around.
Oh yeah, big thanks.
Um,
Okay. Well,
so
maybe we should weapon up first before we go to charging in the middle of everything.
The weapons testing lab on the main concourse does have some experimental weapons, but may be of some use to you. Additionally, the automaton factory has an armory that will give you some more basic weaponry if need be.
Is there any way we can get new weapons made?
There was a what is the word I'm looking for?
I can't remember what it was called.
There is a
It's like a forge of some sorts.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a quantum forge. Because Ball about had to roll a pants check over it.
Yep.
So technically, if you wanted to weapon up, you could. But now that Aeon 6 has revealed itself, it's game on. She is going to start fucking with y'all as y'all prepare.
Just you're picking a weapon. Not that one. Not that one.
I don't think that'll work.
Pretty sure I'm
I feel
immune
like
to
he's
that.
going to be doing catty comments on everything we pick out. Like, you're going to wear that to fight me.
But on that big reveal, that's where we will end it. That way y'all have time to think over and plan your next moves. Above table, has anyone caught what I'm doing yet?
I mean, not really. Other than we're fucked.
Josh, do you want to tell them what they're playing?
I don't want to spoil anything.
I mean, there was a
No,
Soma game.
it's either you tell them or I tell them.
You tell me. You got the DM voice.
So, how are you enjoying your techno horror False Hydra?
You know, I was getting vibes with
Justin.
False Hydra. I just wasn't thinking the techno one.
Justin. Justin, why? What is wrong with you? Who hurt you?
Do you want a list?
You son of a bitch.
I
Oh,
thought
no.
that I had, given it away with the bag and the extra cot.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I've been
somebody's
muted.
listening.
The fact that last session, the words, "This feels like an extension of a false Hydra," came out of Knight's mouth. And y'all just were like, "No, we're uploaded into a system." And I'm like, y'all were so close.
I was getting Soma vibes, especially since there's literally an AI named Soma.
Soma is really good.
It
Feels
is
like
very.
a red herring.
Oh no, this is worse. You see how this is worse.
I'm going to cut the recording real quick so y'all can cuss me without me getting demonetized.
I already said the B word.